Hi guys, it's Morgan here today, and I just want to talk to you guys about the myths of Tourette syndrome, and I wanted to explain them to you today. So, the first myth, I just looked it up. I was like, unknown facts or common questions or myths about Tourette syndrome. So, the first one was more swearing. Yeah, it's every Hollywood has made Tourette syndrome just to be like a swearing syndrome or disease, whatever. And a lot of people don't even know what Tourette's is, and if they do, they think it's swearing. They're like, "Oh, what do you say?" And I'll admit, I had coprolalia before, which is the swearing tick, and I've read somewhere in the beginning of like where when I was diagnosed, I read that it's so rare. Like only 10 to 15% of people with Tourette's actually have coprolalia, and it's so rare that it has its own name. So yeah, that's obviously a myth because most of the people that I met with Tourette's don't swear, and they just do like motor, like really bad motor tics and stuff. Okay, they're mentally challenged. Someone came up to me before and was like, "Are you in like a special ed class now because like you're Tourette's?" And I was just like, no, like no, I'm in regular classes with regular kids. I um I learn exactly what you learn, and I don't know, it's just really weird. Like that never even crossed my mind. Like, oh my god, would I be put into a different class because I have Tourette's now? Like that never crossed my mind. So that was kind of weird to like get asked, and I was only asked that one time, and it was weird to like read that. That was like one of the myths. So yeah, it's extremely rare. Now this says it's 1 in every 100 children which suffers from Tourette syndrome. I read somewhere 1 in every 1,000, and it differs from where you go. I don't know what the real one is because I've seen 1 in every 100 and 1 in every 1,000 multiple times. So I don't I don't know which one to believe. Honestly, I think it's a lot more common than we think, but I think not a lot of people want to speak up and talk about it because they're embarrassed, like I was. And once you get past the stage of being embarrassed and shy about it, you you'll learn to deal and talk about it. So yeah, I think tics are a lot more common though. They are than Tourette's, and that's probably what they're saying. Like 1 in 100 kids have tics. I don't know. Tourette syndrome can be managed with concentration. You could, like, if you concentrate really hard, you could hold back a tick, but it'll just get worse. If you hold back a tick, you'll have like 5 ticks at like after that. They're just so much worse if you hold in a tick. Like, let's say I hold in um, a hitting tick, and it'll just become worse. Like, it'll just be harder, or it'll like do this like multiple times. So don't hold in a tick. Don't concentrate. I mean, unless you really have to. The only time I would hold in ticks really is school or um, like church or something, or a play, a movie. I would. I mean, school. I let them out whatever I can, but I usually like convert them to like an eye tick and other ticks. And I don't know if other people can do that, but I could like switch my ticks if it's like good enough for me. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't, so it's different. Um, Only white people can get Tourette syndrome. That is not true. I've met a lot of races that have Tourette's. I mean, I think it's most common in white people. Let's see. As with most diseases and disorders, anyone from any race is capable of being born with Tourette's. Um, yeah, Tourette's doesn't discriminate. Any race, any gender, any sexuality, any age. You know, some people have start tics at 2. I started at 9, so it's different for everyone, really. Tourette's disables people. Okay, most people with Tourette syndrome can go on to lead rich, fulfilling lives and take part in just about any activity as anyone else, especially if they are cared for properly. Okay, so I used to think that I was like, Tourette's doesn't disable anyone, nothing, whatever. I've met people that they can't even work because of Tourette's. I've met people that they can't really go to school because of Tourette's. I'm lucky enough to have very mild tics, and I've met people, and you will, if you have Tourette's, I mean, you'll probably come across someone that has extremely severe tics, and I mean, it's different for everyone. Like I said, it can be disabling for some people, and for like other people like me, it's not. Um, it's different for everyone. Most of these questions. Okay, so Tourette syndrome stems from a psychological trauma. Tourette's tics can come from if you're like really stressed. That's how your body deals with stress, and that's what they thought about me in the beginning. And then I started doing like barking and jumping and everything like that. So they're like, it's more to that than just tics. So, I mean, tics can be caused by stress and trauma, but I don't think Tourette's can. Like, especially if it goes on for like years and years and years, because like your body should be done processing all that stress and stuff like that. So, yeah. Those with Tourette's can't do jobs of fine motor functions. Um, Famous Canadian surgeon Dr. Matt Doran was able to do complex procedures even though he had Tourette syndrome. So yeah, honestly, you could do anything you want with Tourette's. You can become an astronaut. You could serve in the military. Yes, I have seen that. People have gone and like fought, and I thought that was awesome because I didn't know I could ever do that, or anyone with Tourette's could ever do that. I didn't know you could go to be an astronaut. I didn't know you could do all that stuff. So that was really cool. You could honestly be whatever you want if you set your mind to it, and I really believe in that. I mean, it might be a lot harder than someone that doesn't have Tourette's, but it'll be worth it in the end. If you really want it, go and chase it. It gets worse as you get older. A lot of people, actually, as they get older, it gets better. Um, I know for my age group, I'm 16, and for my age group, a lot of us have like really bad tics right now, and they're just like fluctuating, and you don't know if you're gonna have a bad day or a good day, and um, from like 13 to, I don't know, 17, I would say, those are like your prime years to have the worst tics, because all those hormones and changes and everything's going on with your body. So your body's like, what the heck? And just takes more and more. And you just don't know what's going to happen that day. So, yeah. And those were all the myths. I got this from njcts.org. And I just typed in myths about Tourette syndrome. And I thought it'd be fun to answer questions. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys learned something from this or enjoyed this video. I will be posting more, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye!